We start in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, and verse 1. And it says, love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth. Think of the Lord with a good heart, and in simplicity of heart seek him. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rabachat Badash. Peace and blessings to the elect that are listening and learning, the Akim, Wa Akwatiyam, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and the other bishops. Much respect to the mighty Gabar Yam on the highways and hedges, bidding Yasha al to the marriage, and to the Gabar making videos of the vacation to wake up the Lord's sheep. And salutations to the elect scattered abroad that be under the speckled bird. It's just something the Spirit empower Yahweh Yahushai. And I pray this lesson is edifying and also exhorting, and it's going into the honorable duty of just men. So doing the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to the best of our ability, rebuking, reproving, exhorting, and edifying with all long suffering is very honorable in the eyes of the Lord. Okay? Because at the end of the day, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is a righteous power. Okay? And if we create in this image, right, the elect, the faithful in the womb are created in this image to do what? To love righteousness. Okay? Let's go into the book of Psalms real quick. Psalms 11, verse 7. Shalom to Chen Bethgad, Shalom wa Barakatah. So this is Psalms 11 and verse 7. It says, for the righteous Lord loveth righteousness. His countenance doth uphold the upright. And the upright are going into who? The elect of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Those who continue to reprove, to rebuke, to edify, okay, to exhort with all long suffering in the midst of the wickedness growing upon the earth. Even though Esau has clothed the earth with confusion and darkness, the men of the Lord are preaching light, okay? They're preaching righteousness, being a light unto the world. Let's get this real quick. Let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 15. This is Proverbs chapter 15. And let's start at verse 9. It says, the way of the wicked is an abomination unto the Lord, but he that loveth him that followeth after righteousness. So the Lord said that the way of the wicked, man, who are the wicked? Esau, Edom, and guess what? Going into the 2/3 of our people, all right, who go down to Egypt for help, who take on the ways of this world. It says that they are an abomination unto the Lord. But he loveth him, so that's going into who? The men of the Lord, that followeth after righteousness. That goes into everything that the Lord has commanded us to do. The scripture says, let's hear the conclusion of the matter. Fear Yahweh and to keep his commandments. Okay? And those commandments are to be just and to be righteous. Okay? To continue to compete with the wicked. This is a spiritual battle between good and evil, between light and darkness, between the righteous and the wicked. Okay? So we're going to continue to walk this path. Let's go to Psalms. Go back to Psalms chapter 15. Let's start at verse 1. This is the Psalm of Malak Dawadah. It says, Yahweh, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? He that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness. See that? And speaketh the truth in his heart. And the truth goes into the scriptures, man. Speaking these scriptures in truth and sincerity. Having no guile found in your mouth, man. Not preaching for filthy lucre, but preaching what? To the saving of the soul. Okay? Feeding the sheep as much as we can. That goes into loving Yahushua. Yahushua said, if you love me, feed my sheep. Okay, so that's an honorable duty of a man of the Lord. Bringing judgment. You got Christians saying, oh, you're not supposed to judge, blah, 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 blah. But without judgment, how can you know what is good or what is wrong? Okay, how can you know what's good and what is evil according to the Lord? There has to be judgment. Yahweh Shem Shai said that he's going to restore the judges as of old, man. Restore the judges from old. That means what? Through reincarnation, the Lord has placed these judges back on the earth. And the true judges, starting with the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down. Okay? And it's something that we love to do, right? What does it say? I think it's in Proverbs 21st chapter. Proverbs 21, right? Let's get this. Proverbs 21. And I think it's, where is it? Right here, verse 15. Proverbs 21, verse 15, it says, it is joy to the just to do judgment. So the just are going to enjoy bringing righteous judgment, man. Okay? I read this entirety. Proverbs 21 and 15, it says, it is joy to the just to do judgment, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. And iniquity goes into what? Adding sin upon sin. All right? Those who work iniquity are abomination to the Lord. The Lord said that the wicked should not stand in our sight, man. He hateth all workers of iniquity. So the Lord does hate, okay? And the men of the Lord love to do judgment for those who say you're not supposed to judge. You don't know the scriptures. And the reason why you say that's because what? You want to have an excuse to do whatever you want. Let's get this real quick. This is in the Apocrypha. Let's get this. Sirach chapter 32 and verse 17, it says, a sinful man will not be reproved. So a wicked man, a carnal man, a fleshly man, a natural man, they're not going to take judgment. They're not going to take correction. But what are they going to do? It says, but findeth an excuse according to his own will. Perfect example. We got Thanksgiving coming up. People know that Thanksgiving is, first of all, representing the slaughter of the tribe of Gad. Okay. So it's crazy how people say, oh, we're all the children of God. Are not the Gadites children of God? Are not the so-called Native Americans creations of the Lord as well? So you're a freaking hypocrite to say we love the Lord and we're all the children of the Lord, but yet celebrate the slaughter of the children of the Lord. That's stupid. That's double-minded. That's hypocrisy. And guess what? Our duty as men of the Lord is to what? Reprove that, man, and to cut it down with the spiritual sword. And to judge you and call you double-minded, because guess what? That's what you are. Yahweh Shai said it, man. Ye hypocrites, man. Though you worship me with your lips and honor me, but your heart is far from me. And that's the majority of the world, especially Catholics and Christians, man. Okay? So the men of the Lord are going to continue to protect the sheep, man, and to do what is right in the eyes of the Lord. Let's get this. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 82. Let's get that. Psalms 82. Nope, Salakia. Is it 82? Or maybe it's Proverbs. Give me 1 second. Nope. Yeah, I know it's Psalms. Hold on. It just slipped me. Just slipped my mind. Let me get this. Defend the poor. Beautiful, right here. Psalms 82 and verse 3. Okay, I was right. This is Psalms 82 in verse, let's start at verse 3. It says, defend the poor and the fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and the needy. Okay? Israel are the afflicted and the needy. We're in the land of our captivities, being afflicted constantly. At first, we were what? Slaves in the fields, being whipped. We had Christianity whipped into us. All right. Northern Kingdom had Catholicism impaled into them. When the conquistadors, the Spaniards came after Northern Kingdom, and they wouldn't accept Catholicism, what did they do? They would impale them on stakes. Okay. So we are defending our brothers and sisters, man. Shield of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and doing justice. Okay. Verse 4 says, deliver the poor and needy and rid them out of the hand of the wicked. So guess what? We are freeing our people out of the hands of the wicked, mentally and spiritually, through the truth. The scripture says, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Okay? Let's get some more. Let's go to 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra 2, and let's start at verse 20. Okay? It says, do right to the widow. Now the widow goes into Israel. It says, judge for the fatherless, give to the poor, defend the orphan, and clothe the naked. We are clothing the naked, right? Because when you naked goes into shame. That's another cut to how Christians break down when Adam and Eve was like, hey, we're naked. They say that, Adam and Eve realized that they had no clothes on and they had to put leaves on to cover themselves. That has nothing to do with it. Being naked means that your shame is exposed. And we have transgressed against the Lord multiple times. And our shame has been exposed to the Lord. But now we're seeking the Lord 10 times more to be clothed in what? The white garments. Okay? Clothed in this truth. Clothed in the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which is wisdom. And when you have the fear of the Lord, you're going to what? Follow his commandments, keep his commandments. Goes into what? Teaching and preaching, feeding the sheep. Okay? Verse 21 says, heal the broken and the weak. Laugh not a lame man to scorn, defend the maimed, and let the blind man come into the sight of my clearness. So we were blinded. We had that veil of darkness over our eyes. But Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has taken off that veil. Okay? He has revealed his secrets to his prophets, his servants, the men of the Lord who are walking in honor. See, we had to be humiliated, right? Humility, I think it's humility before honor. Okay? So yes, the majority of the earth are looking down on the men of the Lord, calling them preachers of hate, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, the mockers and scoffers, even though that they're still around, it's not as much as it was, because now these prophecies are coming to pass and these mockers and scoffers are seeing it. And a lot of them are going to react because guess what? They don't have the fear of the Lord and they're scared. Okay? They are scared that this queendom is crumbling and it's going to be destroyed. But hey, we want to keep doing what we do. Okay? Let's go to Sirach. This is Sirach, and this chapter 4. Sirach. Oh, excuse me, Salaki. This is Sirach chapter 4. And let's start at verse 8. What is this? Yeah, it says, Let it not grieve thee to bow down thine ear to the poor, and give him a friendly answer with meekness, man. So that friendly answer goes into what? The comforting words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Verse 9 says, deliver him that suffereth wrong from the hand of the oppressor. Who is the oppressor? Esau and all the other nations, man. Psalms the 83rd chapter talks about that. Even tells us in Deuteronomy 20th chapter, it says that the strangers shall be very high, man, and we should be very low. That's why you have all these other nations coming in the ghettos, making profit, okay, feeding Jake abominable food, so on and so forth, and getting rich and fat off the children of Israel. So with these words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we are freeing them, man, from the hand of the oppressor, going, spiritually and mentally. Okay. Let's continue. I'll read this entirely. Sirach chapter 4 and verse 9. Deliver him that suffereth wrong from the hand of the oppressor, and be not faint-hearted when thou sittest in judgment. That's the scripture that says, faint not in well-doing. All right, so we have to remain strong in doing the judgment of the Lord. And that goes into praying to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for that strength. The scripture says that he's going to renew our strength, man. Right? In Philippians, it says that we can do all things through Yahushua Mashiach, which strengthens us. And the Lord is going to continue to strengthen his prophets, his judges, his preachers, his teachers to continue this honorable duty. Verse 10, it says, be as a father unto the fatherless, and instead of an husband unto their mother. So shalt thou be as the son of the Most High, and he shall love thee more than thy mother doth. Okay, so how do you be a father to the fatherless, man? By being a leader in the ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Just like Yahweh is a father unto us, we have to be a father unto our people, man. The scripture says that we're going to be a light to the world, man. The whole entire world, when the kingdom comes, is going to come to us, man. Seeking wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Seeking forgiveness and mercy from our power. And Shalom wa barakatham to Judah tribes and Marak Shema. Shalom. So we're going to defend the poor. We're going to defend our people. We're going to walk in justice and in judgment. We're going to uphold justice. There we go. Through righteous judgment. I'm going to get this. Proverbs. What is it? Proverbs 21. Is it verse 1? Nope, right here. This is Proverbs 21 and verse 3. It says, to do justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. Right? The scripture says obedience, man. The Lord commanded us to do justice and judgment. Okay? And that's better than sacrifice, man. Because the Lord is looking for obedient men who's going to continue on their straight and narrow path to the best of their ability. Who's going to strive for truth until death. Okay? Let's get this. Because when you think about justice, that's basically going to being in opposition of corruption, man. Going against tyranny, okay? Hating the works of iniquity, hating unrighteous decrees. Let's get this. Let's go to the book of Amos real quick. Amos, the 5th chapter. Classic scripture. Amos 5, and I believe it's 14 or 15. Give me 1 second. Where is it? Oh, I like, I'll start at verse 14. It says, seek good and not evil, that ye may live. And so the Lord, the God of hosts, shall be with you as ye have spoken. Verse 15, hate the evil. You see that? Hate the evil. Oh, but God doesn't hate. It's all love. The Lord said, hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that the Lord Yahweh of hosts will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. So in this chapter is talking about northern kingdom, but we can also apply this to both northern and southern kingdom. Because Yahweh Shem Yahushua said that what we are priests, man. Okay, so we're supposed to preach this word with truth and sincerity, in judgment, in equity, casting out wickedness, man. Being a father to the fatherless, doing right unto the widow, okay? Hearing the plea of the poor, so on and so forth. And that makes me think about also, letting go of the ways of this world, because the ways of this world, we understand that it's lust of the eyes, right? Lust of the flesh, all things that go against the Lord. So in order to be a man in the Lord, you have to be separate and let go of these things, man, of these, physical possessions, so on and so forth. I want to get this real quick. I want to go into the book of Luke, because it's something that Yahushua says. Luke chapter 12. Luke chapter 12, and let's jump down to verse 33, I believe. Where is it? Salakia, give me 1 second. Right here. As a matter of fact, let's start at verse 31. This is Luke 12 and 31. It says, but rather seek ye the kingdom of Yahweh, and all these things shall be added unto you. Going into what? For seeking houses, all right, the things of this world. For what? The kingdom. Verse 32 says, fear not the flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Verse 33, sell that ye have and give alms. You see that? That's part of a duty of a righteous man too. And guess what? A righteous woman. Because we all have a part in this ministry. We all are parts of the body of Yahweh Shai. Okay? Sell that ye have and give alms. Provide yourselves bags which wax not old, a treasure in the heavens that faileth not, where no thief approacheth, neither moth corrupteth. So we're building our treasures in heaven. You see that? While we're performing the honorable duty of righteous men, we're also storing up our spiritual treasures, man, in the heavens. Okay? Verse 34 says, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Okay? So we understand, hey, we're looking towards a heavenly kingdom. This is why we're doing the things that we're required to do by the Lord. The scripture says in James, right? It says faith without works is dead. So you're going to prove your faith by your works. And because of your faith, you're going to continue to work therein, man. The scriptures tell us to despise not labor, man. Laboring in this truth. Despise not laborious work. So we are the labormen planting the seeds, man. Right? Let's get something. I was talking about the wicked who are still connected to the ways of this world. Because you got to remember, and it just makes me think about how the wicked, especially, your rappers and your entertainers, they win these awards, right? These corruptible crowns, and they say, oh, I want to thank God. But at the end of the day, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said, for Yahweh cannot tempt with evil, man. Okay? I want to get this real quick. Let's go to Sirach. That's the spirit. This is Sirach chapter 40. Chapter 40 and verse 13. It says it right here. It says, the goods of the unjust shall be dried up like a river, and shall vanish with noise like a great thunder and rain. This is a scripture that says there is good success to a sinner in evil things, man. And there's a gift that turneth to naught. So all the wicked who are receiving these gifts in the presence of men, these worldly gifts, they're going to fail, man. They're going to come to naught because they're not building up eternal treasures in heaven. This is to the tribesmen with Acts chapter 20, verse 32. It says, and now, brethren, I commend you to Yahweh and to the word of his grace, which is able to build you up and to give you an inheritance among all them which are sanctified. So the sanctified goes into the men of the Lord, and we have an inheritance, right? Part of our inheritance is this truth, okay? To continue to preach until Yahweh Shai comes and takes the kingdom, man, and takes this world back. Okay. So we have to, commit ourselves to the work of the Lord to the best of our ability. Just like, I think it's Cornelius, right? Which is a Israelite, not an Edomite. Okay. Let's get this real quick. Let's go to the book of Acts. That's the spirit, because the brother brought up the book of Acts. So let's go to the book of Acts, chapter 10. And so that verse 1. It says, there was a certain man in Caesarea called Cornelius, a centurion of the band called the Italian band. Now, check this out. It says, a devout man and one who feared Yahweh with all his house, which gave much alms to the people and prayed to Yahweh always. Okay? That's part of a duty of a just man. Giving alms, being charitable. Okay? Defending, protecting, justice, equity, so on and so forth. And also praying to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai every day, because we need that strength, man, to continue to do what we do, because it's not easy. We have to take care, we have to work, okay? Some have children, some have, relationships and things like that. And at the same time, preaching, trying to do it daily to the best of our ability. It's not easy. But Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, it's not righteous to forget our labors of love. That's why he says to hold fast that no one takes thy crown, man, and to give diligence to make your calling and election sure. And that all goes into this honorable duty. What time is it? All right, 26 minutes. Let's go into the book of Psalms. Because, man's going to the Lord. Man's going to the Lord. This is Psalms 37 and verse 23. It says what? The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. So the steps of a good man, the steps of a righteous man, the steps of a man who walks in honor and upholds the duty of the Lord. See, Yahushai appointed us as soldiers on the earth. And as a soldier, we have to endure. At the same time, we're also fighting the war, fighting against wickedness in high places through the scriptures. So Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is going to delight in the way of just men who hold on and hold to the Lord to the best of ability, who understand that they have to prepare their souls for temptation, who understands that we are prey when we depart from sin. So overall, this duty that's appointed to us by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is going to reap heavenly benefits. And Lord willing, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai continues to endow all you brothers to continue in the work. Continue to be honorable men, okay? Especially for the sisters too. Because like I said, you also have your lot in this ministry. So just something the Spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, I pray this was edifying and also exhorting. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahushai, B'Hasham, Barakah, Quadash. And Shalom to Judah tribesmen. He dropped another one. Let's get this real quick. It's Philippians 3:9. It says, and be found in him, not having mine own righteousness, which is of the law, but that which is through the faith of Hamashiach, the righteous which is of Yahweh by faith. That's another thing. Faith, man. Right? Faith without works. So with this faith, we're going to prove it with our works. So I pray that you will edify. All praise, honor, glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rakah Kodash. Shalom.